Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. The human race has thoughts, and thoughts lead to feelings. Feelings lead to actions, and actions ultimately lead to results. That is the process that we go through in every decision that we make, or every dream that we have, every idea, every vision that we conceive. It's very important that we hold onto those thoughts, because as life always does, it throws curveballs at us, and it does anything it can to distort that process. And then ultimately we forget what our thoughts were. If your thought is to lose 50 pounds, if your thought is to purchase a house, if your thought is to make $1 million, if your thought is to build a successful business, whatever your dream is, whatever your success looks like to you, you have a thought about it. That thought was conceived in your head at some point in time. You was enthused about it. You was possessed by the feeling, the energy, the emotion of accomplishing whatever that thought is in your mind. But then you have things like pandemics that come around that slow your business down, that unfortunately lay you off from your job. Now money is low. Times is hard, harder than it was before. These can make you lose sight of that thought. Make you lose grip on that thought. Whenever hardship arises, we forget our thoughts. That's why it's so important that we hold onto our thoughts. You have to hold that thought that you have. Whatever it is that you want to achieve or create, you have to hold on to that thought. Do not forget it. Because when you forget, you cannot fulfill. You can't fulfill a dream that you forgot about, that you discarded, that you put into the depths of your mind and locked away because hardship has come, because hard times continue to pile on top of you. You can't do that. You have to hold on to that thought. You have to remember that thought. You have to tell yourself every single day, I'm going to purchase that house. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to succeed in business. You have to tell yourself every single day. All it is programming. You have to program your mind. Remember the brainwash that we talked about a long time ago on an old episode titled The Brainwash? You have to literally program yourself so that every single day when new challenges arise, new hardships come, you already have that assurance in your mind that, you know what, despite the fact that things are going wrong right now, despite the fact that nothing is in my favor right now, I'm still going to get what I want. I'm still going to achieve that goal. I'm still going to see it through. You see, we go through verbal programming in our lives when people around us tell us that money is the root of all evil. You know, they misquote that Bible verse. Money is the root of all evil. It's not money, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. But they tell you things like that. They tell you things like you can never do that. You don't have the education to do that. You don't have the qualifications to do that. You don't have what it takes to make it happen. You're too big. You're never going to lose 50 pounds. You know, these are things that people tell us. They verbally program us to believe that we can't do it. So as a result, we lose grip on our thoughts. We forget our thoughts. We get programmed by modeling. We see people around us operate a certain way. So just because everybody around us is miserable, just because no one around us has achieved success, we think that we are not worthy of achieving success as well. We're programmed verbally. We're programmed through modeling, through what we see. And lastly, we're programmed through experiences. Just because you failed last year, just because you failed last month, we think we're going to fail in the future as well. Verbal experience, and modeling, all different forms of programming, force us to lose grip on our thoughts, force us to abandon our dreams because we don't think that we can do it. So every single day we have to reprogram ourselves. We have to conduct another brainwash and tell ourselves, I will be successful. I will get that house. I will get that car. I will get through this pandemic. I will be a success despite what you tell me. I will be a success despite what I see around me. It does not matter. It has no effect on me or my dreams or my thoughts because I will stand tall regardless. It's not crazy if you talk to yourself. It's necessary that you talk to yourself. It's necessary that you be your own cheerleader. It's necessary that you tell yourself, hold on to that thought. Hold that thought. Don't lose grip of it. Don't lose sight of it. Whatever you conceived in your mind, you have to continue to replay it in your mind. Continue to tell yourself every single day, as many times as you need to every single day, so that when you speak it into existence. You imagine reality. You can be your biggest enemy or you can be your biggest supporter. The choice is yours. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Let's continue to hold on to that thought. Don't allow programming, whether it be verbal, experience, or through modeling things, what we see, to make you forget. Because when you forget, you cannot fulfill. Your thoughts lead to feelings. Your feelings lead to actions, and your actions lead to results. That's why we can never lose sight of what we think about. Hold that thought, ladies and gentlemen. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, please leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a good day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.